Good morning, Cedar River Elementary School. Today is Wednesday. It is March 8th, and here are your morning announcements. First of all, it is cold outside. I don't know about you, but it was really cold when I got into my car to come into school today. So a reminder that we're wearing our jackets and our hats at recess, and we're remembering to pick them up from our Lost and Found. I have several announcements for you today, but today we're going to start with a message from Mrs. Huizinga regarding our school play.
Hi, Cedar River friends. This is Mrs. Huizinga, and I wanted to tell you about our second play of the year. We are going to do the next one is called A Hairy Tale, and it is another fractured fairy tale. It's a lot of fun. And you are going to be able to start collecting audition forms in the office starting Monday, March 6th. And when you come down there, you have to go down by yourself and get your audition form. When you get down there, you'll take this home and you'll need to complete the audition application and then read the agreements and have your parents sign it and you sign it on the back. And then you'll need to bring it back to Mrs. Nixich or Mrs. Huizinga by Wednesday, March 15th. Okay. We cannot take them any later than that because we need to be able to make a schedule for the auditions. So you'll be able to come to the office and pick these up starting on the 6th, and they are due by March 15th, and that's a Wednesday. Okay. The story is called A Hairy Tale. Now we have 22 parts in this play, so there's not as many parts as in the last one, but it's still going to be a great play. Right? If you were in the play from earlier this year, you'll have to wait again to audition until next year. If you auditioned before and we didn't have a part for you, you can audition again. You are not guaranteed a part, but you can audition and we'll hope to get you one. All right, I can't wait to see all the audition forms come in, and we know, Miss Nixich and I know that we're just going to have another wonderful play to put on this year. Talk to you soon.
Thank you to Mrs. Huizinga and to Ms. Nixich, who continue to support our students in developing not just their acting skills, but risk-taking skills, commitment skills, showing up on time, rehearsing, practicing, all the wonderful things that support our school community and give us something fun to look forward to as we get to enjoy it when they share their finished product with us later in the spring. Our student council is working really hard this year. Mrs. Kovich and Mrs. Molnar have been working with our group of students to support our community, and their current project right now is a food drive, and we're actually in competition with the other elementary schools. So today I'm asking, pleading, encouraging you to participate in our food drive. You can bring your food to non-perishable items, cans of food. You could also bring household items like Kleenex or toothpaste or toilet paper, all of those items that support our local families in need. You can bring those to your classroom. Student council representatives are collecting those, and then on Friday, our local food bank person will come and weigh our food as we are in competition with our other schools to receive a donation certificate so that we can have a little bit of fun as we compete with our other schools to help contribute to those families in need. Also on our morning announcement list, yesterday I spent some time in our lunchroom, especially with our first and second graders, and we had some moments of success. Yesterday we tried for the first time dismissing students down the corridor. Instead of waiting for all of our students to be ready, we dismissed those students that were ready to show the right way to get to lunch in our lines behavior. And we talked a lot about Lines behavior, looking forward, in control of hands and feet, a number zero voice, our equipment held. We've had a lot of lunchbox swinging, but also just being safe down that corridor all the way to the end where the gym is, and so that we walk that entire way. And so great job to our first and second graders. Some of our reminders that we continue to have in the lunchroom is to stop when asked for attention, stopping at the signal, or even at recess, stopping at the whistle. A lot of safety concerns for that. We want to make sure that they can hear our directions. We want to make sure that you can hear the directions both in the lunchroom, out at recess. So we'll be practicing at recess with a few emergency drills later in the week, probably late Thursday, practicing stopping at the signal, going to a lineup spot in case we have a fire drill or need to give some communication about field safety. And then also in the lunchroom, just some reminders that each one of us is responsible for cleaning up our own mess. That includes the lunch that we have in front of us and also the garbage that seems to fall underneath the table. Our paraeducators and Mr. Russ and Mr. Lonnie work really hard running around with the broom and wiping the tables down. We want to make sure that we're also doing our part. And so, once again, looking for your help, but also going to have some recognition for that too. I met with Miss Mosty and Miss Carey and talking about creating a Golden Tray Award for some of our classes that do a really good job helping clean up and having some of that prestige. And we have a new team of recess paras. That's with Miss Ashley, she's new, but Miss Cher is also in there, and they're partnering together to hopefully bring music on Friday and also videos on Friday. So you can look for that this Friday in the lunchroom. That is all I have for you today. It's a whole bunch of information. For those students whose names were drawn for the Otter Paws for Pizza with Mr. Gear, those will go home. Those invitations will go home on Friday for pizza next week. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and please turn to your teacher for the Pledge of Allegiance, and I will see you here on Friday with updates about the food drive and also about our lunchroom video on Friday.